What's up, guys? It's Ralphie, aka I'm doing my first ever DC Universe Classics review. Sorry, I'm kind of like a sore throat. But yeah, this one, classic detective 80s, 70s Batman. And this is Hal Jordan as the Green Lantern. So yeah, let's get right to it. Alright, Batman here comes with these two accessories, the Batarang, which fits pretty nice in that hand. And also comes with this little grappling hook gun thing. I actually put it up in my room, to display it, and I hang it from, one of these hangers. And I put in this little band right here that comes with that came with some Marvel Universe figures that I bought before. And I put that in his hands, that way he wouldn't fall out with it in his hand, and then he can hang on to it. That's why the hook kind of looks a little deformed. For Hal, he comes with the lantern. I wish they made it a darker green, but I'm not complaining too much. Alright, now getting to this. Take these things out. Well, I'll just leave that on. Alright, these figures usually have about the same overall articulation, but I'm not complaining too much. Sometimes I wish they made Batman a little bit less bulky, though. Because he looks awfully big in here, like he looks like, like he took so much steroids. But at least he doesn't look like the Dark Knight Returns DC Direct figure, because that one looks horrible, and he kind of looks more like, he looks more like the Kingpin in the Batman costume with an oversized, yellow bat symbol. Alright, so, articulation for the arms, it goes back and forth, up and down. That's for the shoulders here. Go 360 degrees. Sorry, I'm holding my psychic camera in here, and it's like a struggle. For the torso, it's got damn good articulation right here. It doesn't go up and down that much, but then again, when I'm trying to put him up for fighting or whatever, it works fine. See, he's got it like this. Well, there you go. You can see it. All right. His legs got good articulation right here. You could turn them around too. The articulation on these is kind of somewhat better than like Marvel Legends overall, because they all have just about the same. And the deal with it is the fact is that these right here, they don't have like that issue where like some of them, they have legs that are really, and it's a struggle to turn. You have to turn them around and align them just so you can like put them in a certain pose or whatever. These, there's no such thing as that, but there are certain little issues, because some of these have like certain types of paint application that I'm not really too much of a fan of. And on top of that, some of the accessories, you have to fit them into a certain hand sometimes, and But then again, I'm not complaining too much, because it came like this in the box. And hold on, speaking of the boxes, let me just wait a second here. He comes with a piece to Rex Mason. He has that arm, the one that looks like dried up lava. He comes with like a piece of Rex Mason right here, the Element Man. Also on this set, a Penguin, Etrigan, Red Tornado, and Orion. This is like the first ever DC Universe set, but wow, it still looks pretty awesome though. For the first, nobody really expects the first figure of whatever set to look that good, but this one looks friggin' awesome. Really good toy line. This is my first ever one that I picked up at this store around my old high school, and they actually are pretty cool. And in that store, they got a shitload of them. They even got the new series with Dead Man and Question. I just wish they had the variant of Dead Man with the transparent hands. So now to Hal Jordan. Now Hal Jordan is the one of the best Green Lanterns overall, but he is the best Green Lantern to me, because this one had so much history, and this one is like, very nostalgic. My second favorite is Kyle, and then you got Alan Scott, who's a different type of Green Lantern, but and then you got the rest or whatever. John Stewart was the one I grew up on when I used to watch Justice League Unlimited. I wish they made those figures a lot better than they do, and I blame the artist who draws them so horribly. I mean, their legs kind of look like sausage links or whatever. Alright, let me get this off. Oh, there you go. Alright, about the same articulation. Can move the waist a little bit, can move the torso a little bit easier like this. The arms, the same exact articulation as the Batman. Turn it 360 degrees. Same here with this one. This one's kind of more stiff, but that's because I got this one like only a few weeks ago. So, and this was the only one in that store that I mentioned earlier. So it's really, you know, they got a shitload of figures in there. And also in that place, they have some figures out of the box too that you might want to buy. Mostly the DC Direct figures, like of the first series, the ones that their legs don't move that well, and they move kind of, and they just swivel around, but they don't do that. They don't do much. Now this figure right here, if you can look closely, hold on, let me get into better lighting. If you look closely, the leg looks kind of chipped. I don't know why, but regardless, it's still a good figure. I put this one up on my little display thing, like hanging from one of those rubber bands, like the one that Batman had on his hand. So that way, I can like make it look like he's flying with the lantern, just like how he is flying on the Green Lantern Rebirth cover of the trade paperback. The legs, overall same articulation. The paint application is pretty good, but some of it looks kind of like, you know, a little weird, and some of it, like the kind of application that they have on the face, it's kind of off. But then again, I'm not complaining too much because I'm not there to look at his nose or whatever. His hair color is pretty good. It's pretty like the paint detail on it. It's not so bad. And yeah, these two are like my favorite figures right now overall, because I just love how like these are like so much more like, you know what you're gonna get if you already bought one before. And it's not like the other ones, like a lot of Marvel Legends, like they tend to like, you have to, like if they have the ball joints, it's kind of hell to do that because you have to align them and everything. And some of them you can't even move their legs a certain way. Like I prefer that they kind of have the same articulation as this Iron Man right here, except with the torso too. Yeah, this is the setup that I put up my figures on. I know it's kind of cheap, but hey, what are you gonna do, you know? Like this one has that type of articulation, which I kind of don't like. This Iron Man, you know, I consider this one one of the best ones. Sorry, Sentry, if you're watching, but I consider this one like the best, like classic armor one. Then you got the Thor Buster, Matt Gargan Venom, Marvel Select. And Spider-Man hanging from a twisty tie. Oh yeah, since I'm here, let's just show off my little setup with the Marvel Universe here. I know you can't see him too good, but like, you know what? I'll just yeah. Since it's my Psychic's camera, it might not be the best. Oh yeah, there's like my other setup here. If you can see them, right here, you got a few like 2 packs of Marvel Legends in there. So yeah, I give these 2 figures a 10 out of 10 because of how articulated they are and because of their sculpt being right on point. I mean, like the Marvel Legends, like they don't always stay on touch with the comic books, but you know what? That's kind of okay too, because some of them, you know, you still get what you want out of them. But these 10 out of 10 because there's not one thing absolutely wrong with the figure that's such a big deal. Sometimes the paint application might be something, like you see on the Batman's belt right there. Like there's some blue on it. Don't know why it's that there. I guess because the original plastic for that section is blue. But yeah, these figures, you know, these are really good, and you want to roll your eyes at them. And I mean, if you see Hawkman, it's a pretty good example of it too. So yeah, I'll be sure to review more of these type of figures when I get some more. And out of all those Marvel Legends, I'll just see which ones no one has reviewed yet, and I'll let you know. And yeah, this is Rafi, aka signing out. I'm gonna have a new account soon, Jason Todd 809. Remember that. All right, bye.